If you farm hemp in San Diego County, you don't have to worry about too much regulation at all. Still, people in Encinitas, they're trying to make laws to control hemp production. Hemp plants look and smell similar to marijuana, but have lower levels of THC. That is the active ingredient used to get high. Joining me now to talk more about the dispute between hemp farmers and their neighbors is Mary Plummer, an editor with iNewsSource. Mary, thanks for joining us.
Hi, Carlo.
Okay, so tell us about these complaints this group of neighbors has about the farm, and what do they want to see changed?
Well, neighbors tell us that they've been experiencing serious health problems, sinus issues, harsh coughing, eye irritation, nausea. Some of the homes are quite close to a hemp farm in Encinitas, within 500 feet, and the neighbors suspect that pesticides used at the farm are partly to blame for these health problems, although at this point there is no direct evidence. Residents are calling on the city to require buffer space between hemp farms and residential areas. Our reporter, Kate Cicada, who worked on this story, reviewed hundreds of emails and documents between neighbors and government officials. She found again and again that neighbors with concerns were turned away when they asked for help. Government officials were hesitant to take responsibility for some of the issues going on here. This is in part because hemp farms in California are relatively new, and there aren't systems in place yet to address some of these issues. The cultivation of industrial hemp was passed in 2016 in California, so these hemp farms have just started popping up in the last few years.
So this just really this isn't a case of this neighborhood growing around a farm. This is a case of a farm growing up next to a neighborhood. So what is the farm's response at this point?
The farm thinks the residents' complaints are unfounded. They say neighbors have not produced evidence that the production of hemp is physically harming them. This whole situation has created a whole lot of stress on both sides. In particular, the hemp farm that we've been talking about is located in Encinitas. In this particular case, this farm is going to be relocating to Vista, but these issues are still playing out around San Diego County. We have a clip from Josh Schneider of the farm we've been talking about. He is the CEO who's been operating the hemp farm out of Fox Point Farms in Encinitas.
I think that it's complete garbage what they're accusing us of based on zero evidence. They're literally, it's fake news. They're making stuff up. They're claiming things that are going on that they cannot possibly attribute to this. And they have no evidence that any of this is related to any of the symptoms that suddenly materialized that have failed to materialize amongst any of our staff. 60 people were working in this place every day.
Mary, we're almost out of time, but what should residents do if they're worried about a hemp farm near them or have concerns?
Depending on the type of problem you have, you're going to want to report these issues to either San Diego County or the city that you live in. Cities oversee concerns about odor and land use. The county's Department of Agriculture handles compliance with state regulation and problems with pesticide. We'll be staying on this story at iNewsSource. You can always visit our website, iNewsSource.org, with any story tips.
Mary Plummer, an editor at iNewsSource, thank you for your time. Again, iNewsSource.org. They are a nonprofit dedicated to investigative journalism. Check them out. Thanks, Mary.
Thank you.